What is good, everybody? Good morning, YouTube. In this video, we're going to talk about mass shootings in the United States and like some of the causes behind it. I'm just going to show you some trend lines and graphs here, and then a little article here. So let me take you into my screen here. All right, there we go. So here's this headline. United States has had 225 mass shootings in 2021 so far. And that's a big... See, they define mass shootings kind of like not as mass as this other article that I have. But, it's three... They say somewhere that it's like 3 people dying, but let's just read from the beginning. U.S. is on track to have more mass shootings in 2021 than any year on record. Lower its flags. Like, what's that gonna do? Relatively unusual. Gun protections baked into the Constitution. See, they say this a lot, and I don't know. Like, all this gun law stuff, I'm not too sure how like true that is, because I also hear that in places where people have guns, there's a lot of times where people are deterred from doing bad shit because they know the other people have guns. So, I mean, yeah, I'm biased though, so it is what it is. But okay, let's read this from here. Firearms have become one of the leading causes of death for Americans of all ages, and the second leading cause of death for children under the age of 19. That's interesting. A gun safety organization had that data. Nonprofit track shootings in the U.S. There have been 225 mass shootings in 2021 alone. It's interesting. So mass shooting has different definitions. Definitions of a mass shooting differ from source to source, but Gun Violence Archive defines a mass shooting as a single incident in which 4 or more people are shot, not including the shooter, in roughly the same time or in place. See, that's kind of generous. Like, not even the amount of people killed. Professor Reese does not have an official definition for mass shooting, relies on the definition of a mass killing as 3 or more killings in a single incident. Became law and see, look at all these laws that happen. Became law in 2013. Investigative Act Assistance for Violent Crimes. Like, all these laws. See, this is why. And imagine how much money like the organization gets for just researching shit and getting nothing. Like, I'm glad that people are looking into this stuff, but like, part of the reason that all these kids shoot people is because they're poor. And if you're taking tax dollars away and then giving them to organizations that don't really do shit for them, like, just to show, okay, we're researching the whole why there was an incident, investigative assistance, like, come on. Everybody knows why people get violent. It's like when they have nothing to lose. Like, it's not I don't get like why we have to have a law and like have a whole committee for it. So according to gun violence today, more than 15,000 people died this year from... What? From gun-related violence, really? Okay, see, all these numbers are crazy. Because I don't know if it's that many people. Significantly more mass shootings in 2021. Okay. Alright, whatever. Okay, there's that. So this one I kind of like better. So number of mass shootings in the United States between 1982 and May 2021. They don't really define what they mean as mass shootings, but like for this one, they actually mean mass shootings as mass shootings. Notice how there's way less. Like there was one in 1982, zero. Like they probably mean a lot of people killed. Like they say the deadliest shooting as of 2021 was the Virginia Tech massacre in '07. And see, that one was caused by stress from school because the dude, apparently he was, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think the dude was gonna fail a class or some shit, and then he like just got on the roof and shot a bunch of people. Like I vaguely remember that being on the news a bunch in 2007. I was like, what, 10 years old at that time. So I vaguely remember it, but not really too much. But see, I mean, this is all like because the dude probably was gonna fail, like not get a good job. His parents are gonna like get on him. I mean, it's like because when people have nothing to lose and like no other options, like the lack of options is crazy now. Throughout the last century, mass shootings have become an epidemic in the United States. Despite the increase in mass shootings and number of casualties, the U.S. government has done little to prevent future shootings from happening. Mass shootings have become the most common political issue Gen Z is stressed about. Right to bear arms percentage only at least has remained steady. Okay, I mean like yeah, government do something. Like I'm not quite sure if the government can solve all problems here, but I just want to know how to get this off. Okay, but like notice how there's one in 1982, zero, there's two here. And then there's like one, which is a tragedy, not gonna lie. And I don't know exactly how they determine what's a mass shooting. There's no point in doing that. But see, there's 5 in 2000, so it begins to rise a little bit, drops down, but like notice how it's now you never go back to zero anymore. Like after 2003. I mean, there's 1 in 2010, but like you never really go back to zero, and now it's just leaping up. Like the most before 2000 was 5, and then after 2005 is almost, it's like a little bit above average, it seems like, in all these years. Like when you take the aggregates, you got a couple 7s, a 6, 5, 4, 11, 12, 10. See, this is nuts. 2017 through 2018 or through 2019 is absolutely insane. So what was happening then? I guess the Trump presidency. Maybe, I don't know. I guess the Trump presidency, maybe. Like, so maybe people got a point when they're talking about how we increase violence. Like, maybe people do have a point on that. But people are getting pissed off, it seems like, and it's not really stopping. So now, 2021, we already have 5, and the year's not even halfway over. So I related a bunch of shit to printing money. I don't really know if I can relate this to printing money. I mean, what happened in 2008? Like, it's been going up since 2008, but it is, I mean, correlation doesn't necessarily equal causation and all that. So, it is what it is. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about gun violence, but, like, I'm not surprised this is kind of occurring, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have this year be like those Trump years, and it probably will increase into the future because people are having less and less to lose, to be honest. Like, people don't really own shit anymore. I think that's a big problem. Like, and the last major one that I know about, the dude who, I think he killed 8 people, like the last one that killed over 5, like, or last month, the dude he shot at his coworkers, man. Like, had his job, think about that. Like, there was probably shit happening in his job, and then he knew, okay, if I lose this, I'm fucked. Like, the fact that these people have so little to lose, that doesn't make sense to me. That's got to be something. Like, I mean, it can't. Like, I don't want to condone the dude shooting by any means, but like, there shouldn't be so little to lose for people. Like, and the guy was in his 50s. I mean, no family or anything like that. That's crazy to me. But I mean, shit. Like, I just wanted to kind of discuss that. Like, what do you guys think about that? Screw it. Like, okay, I'll finish recording there. But yeah, that's basically it, honestly. Like, I'm just gonna start discussing like topics now, cause like I feel like the like the channel is kind of starting to get on a roll, like increasing that area under the curve. So I'm just gonna talk about topics and like see if I can bring in people from different, like bring in other people basically, like get away from the MGTOW tag and just discuss, like, because this is, it all relates to MGTOW. I mean, the dude who shot up shit, like that dude was a MGTOW, probably didn't know about the title or anything, but like the dude was in his 50s. Like, I'm talking about the mass shooting that killed like 8 people, no family. He had that job, which he probably didn't like, and nothing to lose. Like, I don't know if he had, like, maybe he was divorced or some shit. Like, I have no idea. But like, to me, that's crazy. And like, when I was in pharmacy school, I say that a lot, but like, because it was so recent, but like, I just noticed a bunch of people taking drugs where like they just looked like they had nothing to lose. Like, to me, I don't know how you just drug them. Like, dude, that guy was probably taking drugs too. Like, this is a pretty sad state of affairs, but like, I'm just gonna say that, and like, well, my battery's dying, so that's video 1 for the day. I might end up doing more. But yeah, what do you guys think about that shit, man? Like, this is society. But yeah, we're done here. Alright, peace out until next time.